Oh, Amazon, this is getting so very interesting. So, you all know I don't like Amazon, and these videos tend to be more polarizing because a lot of my viewers do like Amazon. They like the convenience, and during a pandemic, yeah, you know what, we're kind of forced to use them to a certain extent. But I keep getting more and more concerned about Amazon every single day. Not only have they proven to continue to be very unsafe for their workers, continue to eat the business, continue to become more and more powerful when everyone else is suffering, but now the Trump administration has listed some of their foreign websites as notorious counterfeit markets, which is not good for anyone except the counterfeiters. But hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and you really like this video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. We upload videos on a nearly basis and you will want to be notified of when those happen. So, from Politico, a website I rarely look at on this channel for very obvious reasons, they write, the Trump administration Wednesday included Amazon's foreign websites in Canada, the UK, Germany, France, and India in its annual report on notorious markets for counterfeit foreign goods. The first time a U.S. company's overseas operations have been listed, because Amazon is a special kind of bad. The inclusion does not carry any penalty other than the embarrassment for Amazon of being listed alongside other websites and physical markets where counterfeit goods are sold. Now, obviously, how would the counterfeit goods work? Well, through the Amazon marketplace, where third-party sellers, particularly ones that pay like $100 or so to have a professional seller account, they can create their own listings. And as a result, they can create their own listings for their counterfeit goods. I've already shown this when I look up for Sailor Moon DVDs. Yes, you will get the official DVDs first, but you go down long enough and they'll sell the entire series plus 3 movies for like $50. And it's like, that's clearly a counterfeit item, and yet it has its own listing and everything. But here's the thing. Amazon, of course, bit back, because the Seattle-based e-commerce giant said it strongly disagreed with this action, accusing the Trump administration of ignoring its efforts to make sure only legitimate products are sold on its website. And before I read their quote, I'm just going to say to Amazon and Bezos, yeah, you know what? I don't think they're ignoring your efforts to make sure only legitimate products are on your website. I'm focused on the fact like, oh, you mean you have legitimate efforts to prevent counterfeit items on your website, and you're still a sucky marketplace when it comes to counterfeits? Like, we can still find all these counterfeit items even though you're actively trying to make sure they don't get on there. I mean, if that's the reason, maybe you deserve to be on this list even more than what we originally thought. But anyway, they said this purely political act is another example of the administration using the U.S. government to advance a personal vendetta against Amazon, a company spokesperson said. Amazon makes significant investments in proactive technologies and processes to detect and stop bad actors and potentially counterfeit products from being sold in our stores. You know, here's the thing. I think Amazon's leaning a little too much on, it's all Trump. He's personally trying to attack us. Well, yeah, that might be true, but you know what? You're not exactly a saint. Amazon has been abusing the economy for years. They avoided taxes. They still avoid taxes. And here's the thing. Remember when you tried to sue the U.S. government because, hey, because of President Trump, we didn't get a $10 billion Jedi contract? And then the Department of Justice overlooked it and said, nope, that's not true. We went with Microsoft because they gave us a better price and they were going to do better than you would. This is what Amazon's trying to do now. They're trying to make it look like, oh, because Trump hates Amazon and Bezos, and in all fairness, he does, this has become personal. You know what? I can't think of a single congressman or woman that is actually happy with Amazon right now. They all hate you. In fact, your biggest fan, Bill de Blasio, was literally bending over backwards. In fact, not to get too graphic here, but Amazon said, hey, we want to build a second headquarters in New York, and we want you to give us these tax incentives and this. And de Blasio leaned on his back, put his legs in the air, spread eagle, and said, enter me, Amazon. And what did Amazon do? Threw the guy under the bus and said, oh yeah, no, New York's not very friendly to us, when they couldn't answer some basic questions about unions and things like that. No, Amazon is trash. Yeah, the Trump administration, they might have a personal vendetta against Amazon, but no, I think the reason you're on this list and the reason you're not getting the Jedi contract and the reason that you failed in your second headquarters negotiation is not because of personal vendetta, it's because you suck. You totally suck. Now then, here's the thing. Peter Navarro, a White House trade advisor, said Jeff Bezos could, in the blink of an eye, put a complete halt to the counterfeiting that Amazon is facilitating. It's a rare occurrence where a single individual can have an enormous impact on the issue, but so far it's see no evil. And the action by the Office of U.S. Trade Representative on Wednesday was in response to a request last year from the American Apparel and Footwear Association, whose members include major brands and retailers like Ralph Lauren Corporation, Kenneth Cole Productions, Perry Ellis International, Under Armour, Spanx, Lululemon, Athletica, and Hands brand. Despite its role as a leader in the worldwide retail landscape and as an important selling partner for many of our member brands, Amazon continues to present significant counterfeit challenges, the group's then president and CEO Rick Helfenbein said at the time. The group's current president and CEO Steve Lamar welcomed USTR's action, saying it's essential that both domestic and worldwide marketplaces and the countries that house them implement effective and proactive measures to safeguard intellectual property to protect consumers, workers, and their families. Using this report to call out an American headquartered company is a bad precedent, said one industry official who asked not to be identified because, I don't agree with that. No, if they're American headquartered, but they're doing a sucky job of preventing counterfeit items, and no, call them out. Call them out. I am not so loyal to America that I say call them out. But there is a little bit of irony in all of this. As much as Amazon blames Trump for causing them problems, saying, hey, Trump doesn't like us and he's just trying to get at us. Guess what? Because of what's going on with the C virus, Trump is more or less forced to send Amazon millions in new business. According to this article from Quartz, despite U.S. President Donald Trump's hostility towards Amazon and its billionaire founder Jeff Bezos, the White House ordered the Federal Emergency Management Agency, aka FEMA, to buy up to $12.8 million worth of thermometers from the retail giant as part of its response to the novel C virus, according to federal spending documents. While it's surprising that the Trump administration would choose Amazon for its purchase, it may not have much of a choice. Quote, there is little question that Trump has sought to punish Amazon out of partisan revenge, Craig Holman, government affairs lobbyist at progressive DC nonprofit Public Citizen, told Quartz. At the same time, the resources and skills offered by Amazon clearly cannot be ignored in the midst of this global crisis. The White House has had no option but to do business with Amazon, regardless how much Trump would prefer not to. And that is the big issue right there. Amazon's just getting more and more powerful. They do have great infrastructure. Look, I've always said, if you're on a consumer side from Amazon, they're great. From a consumer perspective, Amazon is the best thing to ever happen to you. It's when you start looking at the small businesses, the economy, the workers, and their tax evasion, that's when you start having issues with Amazon. If it weren't for all of that, buying from Amazon would not be a bad thing. Oh, and of course, there's all that waste that they produce with their cardboard boxes, But yeah, so it's funny to think that the White House denied Amazon their Jedi contract. They put them on a naughty list that shows Amazon is home to a lot of counterfeit items, and yet they are still forced to spend millions of dollars at the site. What a crazy world we live in. Anyway, I'd like to know what any and all of you think about this. Do you agree with these assessments? Do you disagree? What do you think of Amazon's relationship with the White House? Do you think Trump is unfairly going after Amazon, or do you think there might be something to that? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.